And that's it. That's gold medal. Gold medal for Neeraj Chopra is confirmed. That is it. The final throw of Arshad Nadeem at 81.86. He fails to overhaul the mark set by Neeraj Chopra at 88.17. We're telling you this first on India Today, even before you can watch those live visuals, even before you can find out what exactly is the throw that Arshad Nadeem has said. But right now, it is Neeraj Chopra who's won the gold in the World Championship. What a moment! What a moment it is for Indian athletics. What a moment it is for Neeraj Chopra. We kept saying this was that one medal that was missing from his trophy cabinet. He's guaranteed himself that. He has won that one medal that eluded Neeraj Chopra. What an outstanding performance there from the Indian javelin thrower. We expected the gold medal from him, and he's done it. Outstanding performance. Neeraj Chopra has created history once again. The golden boy of Indian athletics, the one who won the gold medal, the first track and field gold medal for India at the Olympic Games, has now won the first World Athletics Championship gold medal for India. He's going to be coming for his fifth attempt right now. I'll tell you what that sixth attempt is going to be, whether he'll better 88.17 or not. But even if he doesn't, his 88.17 is good enough for the gold medal that Neeraj Chopra has won. What an outstanding performance from the Indian athlete. It's a gold medal, and if you're looking at him right now on those live visuals, 83.98, not his best throw of the night. He's done with all his attempts. Not the best throw of the night at 83.98, but doesn't matter. His best throw came in attempt number 2, 88.17. Remember this number, 88.17. This is the figure that has helped Neeraj Chopra create history. The first ever Indian to win a gold medal in World Athletics Championship. We've had 2 other occasions where Indian athletes have won at the World Athletics Championship medals. Anju Bobby George, the only other Indian to do it. Neeraj Chopra had done it, as you know, last time around. He won the silver medal, but this time he's gone one better. He has gone. You expected him to go. What you're seeing right now on your screens are the visuals of Neeraj Chopra's performance at the World Athletics Championship. Remember, he came in.
के लिए बधाइयां जो गले मिल रहे हैं नीरज चोपड़ा के चाचा और नीरज चोपड़ा के पिताजी। आप देख सकते हैं साफ साफ तस्वीरों में कि किस तरह से नीरज चोपड़ा के इस ऐतिहासिक गोल्ड मेडल के लिए यहाँ पर बधाइयों का जो सिलसिला है वो शुरू हो चुका है। यहाँ पर भारत माता की जय के नारे लगाए जा रहे हैं और यहाँ नीरज चोपड़ा के घर के एक लोग जो है इस मेडल को सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। और अगर सीधा रिएक्शन अगर देखा जाए तो क्या कह रहे हैं,
आज परमात्मा ने देशवासियों की दुआओं से वो सपना पूरा कर दिया कि भाई कब पूरा होगा, पूरे देश को इंतजार था।
जी, जिस तरीके से नीरज ने इस मेडल को हासिल किया है, आप क्या कुछ कहेंगे? मेडल, ये ऐतिहासिक मेडल है, यही एक मेडल
ऐतिहासिक मेडल है। हमारे देश में आज तक के वर्ल्ड एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप में गोल्ड मेडल नहीं आया था, आज वो भी आ गया। देश का सपना पूरा हो गया। मैं सभी देशवासियों को इतना प्यार, दुआएं और आशीर्वाद देने के लिए मैं अपने पूरे परिवार की तरफ से सबका मैं हाथ जोड़कर धन्यवाद करता हूं।
हमारे साथ नीरज के पिताजी मौजूद हैं और उनसे बातचीत करेंगे। पिताजी, आप लगातार कॉन्फिडेंस दिखा रहे थे कि नीरज का जो है गोल्ड मेडल आएगा और वो पूरा हुआ।
नहीं, हमें कॉन्फिडेंस था, बस यही है कि अगर घरों तक मैं पहले ही बोल रहा था कि भाई पता नहीं लगता कौन निकल जाता है, लेकिन हमें कॉन्फिडेंस था और बच्चे का भी कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ गया था। उनको पता था कि भाई देश का नाम ऊंचा करूंगा मैं।
यही एक मेडल था जो नीरज के कैबिनेट में नहीं था, वो भी पूरा हो गया। पानीपत के लिए, पूरे इंडिया के लिए इससे बड़ा दिन आपको लगता है जेवलिन के लिए नहीं होगा?
जी, हमें तो लगता है कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान के लिए एक बड़ा ही खुशी का दिन है कि वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में भी हमारा गोल्ड मेडल हुआ है।
बिल्कुल। और जिस तरीके से यहाँ पर अब थोड़ी देर में जो भीम चोपड़ा जी हैं, जो नीरज के चाचा जी हैं, वो मिठाइयों का जो सिलसिला है उसको शुरू करेंगे। वो चले गए हैं अचानक से हमें बीच में छोड़कर मिठाइयों को लेने के लिए। तो उम्मीद यही है कि जल्द से जल्द नीरज चोपड़ा जिस तरीके से उन्होंने ये मेडल हासिल किया, उसका सेलिब्रेशन यहाँ पानीपत में रात भले ही हो गई है, लेकिन जोश और जुनून नीरज के इस मेडल के साथ बढ़ता जा रहा है।
Thanks a lot for that, Nitin. I could hear the excitement in the voice of Neeraj Chopra's father, and he is a proud, proud man, as he should be. What his son has managed to achieve is something where no other Indian has gone before. He had already done that when he won that individual gold at the Tokyo Olympics, but he just keeps getting better. He's shown us why he's such a champion. After that performance in the Olympic game, he's never stopped. He had won the Asian Games gold before that, the Commonwealth game before that, the gold medal in these competition. Diamond League is something that he's won after that. And the World Championship was the other thing. He had come, remember, after that Tokyo performance last year around to compete at the World Championship. There fell short of the gold medal. That went to Anderson Peters of Grenada. This time, Anderson Peters did not even make it to the final. So it was all eyes on Neeraj Chopra. But that is not to say there wasn't a tough competition. As we've been bringing to you live on the broadcast, various other top-level athletes were competing. There was Arshad Nadeem of Pakistan, who's won a silver medal. It's a historic day for Pakistan as well in that regard. Arshad Nadeem came up with his season's best. It was always going to be India versus Pakistan. On this occasion, India has once again triumphed on the javelin event. And then you had Jakub Vadilic of Czech Republic getting the bronze medal. Julian Weber in fourth position. These are the four names. If you were watching our broadcast right from the evening building up to this final, you would have zeroed in on these four names, because as we had pointed out, these are the four names to watch out for. And these are the four names that have finished exactly the way we had predicted. But a great day for Indian athletics, not just because of Neeraj Chopra's performance, but also because of Kishore Jina, who's finished at the fifth spot. Also because of BP Manu, who's finished in the sixth spot. So effectively what this result tells you, because this is the World Championship, the sixth best javelin throwers in the world right now, three of them are Indians. That's what today's result signifies, and this is the sort of revolution that has been started by one man, Neeraj Chopra. He showed the country, he showed the world what Indians can do in track and field, what they can do with a javelin. And after him, many other javelin throwers started to emerge. As you can see, there were a total of 4 Indian javelin throwers that had gone to the World Championship. 3 of them qualified for the final, and 3 of them have finished in the top 6. One of them, of course, is on top of the world, and his name is Neeraj Chopra. An outstanding performance. In many ways, it played out, in the sense, in a perfect script for Neeraj Chopra. If you've seen him all this while, if you've seen him at the Tokyo Olympics, if you've seen him at the Commonwealth Games, at the Asian Games, even last time around at the World Championship, and even in the qualification of this World Championship, you knew that what Neeraj likes to do is set the mark pretty early. This time, he got a bit of a hiccup. That first throw was an invalid attempt. And if you were nervous, well, you didn't have to be nervous for very long, because in the very next attempt, he got 88.17, the best attempt, the attempt that nobody could go past, and that remained the gold standard for the entire competition. I'm so glad that you were with us on this live broadcast, and we are so glad to have got you the result even quicker than what was being shown on live TV on the broadcast. So if you were tuned in to India today, you would have gotten to know, moments before you saw those live visuals, that Neeraj Chopra had grabbed that gold medal. Just like that, you need to stick on with us, because moments from now, the 4x400 meter men's relay is also going to start. That was the other big event that we were focusing on, the 4x400 meter relay. And that's the final that is going to be coming up any minute right now. You've got to watch out for the Indian team. You've got to watch out for the Indian team, because they've qualified with the second best time. And if that is to happen, I think it's going to be history in the making, because we spoke about India's performance at the World Championship. the three medals that we've got, counting the latest medal that Neeraj has got, has all come in the field events. 2 in javelin, courtesy Neeraj Chopra, 1 in long jump, courtesy Anju Bobby George. In the track events at the World Championship level, India has never managed to win a medal. And that might be a thing of the past if the 4x400 meter Indian team can win a medal here. What's good for the 4x400 relay team, as I see the live visuals and I'll relay them to you as well, what's good for them is that they've got the track number 5. And track number 5 is the middle of a track, which often is given to the guys that get the best timing. So track 4, 5, 6 serve to positions which have got the best timing, because that's not too much of a curve which you get in the inside lane, and that's not really on the outside as well, where you don't get an idea where your competitors are. So the 4x400 relay has started. We'll relay to you the live pictures of where the Indian team is right now. Remember, it's going to be the first baton that is going to be passed on. Usually it's Mohammad Anas Yahya that starts the 4x400 meter for the Indian team. And on this occasion as well, it does seem like that it is Mohammad Anas Yahya that has started for the Indian team. You will not know when the baton are exchanged in the first bit, because even in the first bit, the lane advantage counts. So right now, if you see India in 4th or 5th position, fret not, because you'll actually get to know the positions midway during the second round. So the first baton exchange is done, and now they are going towards the midway of the second round. Midway of the second round, we'll get an idea of exactly where Indian 4x400 relay team stands. And right now, as they cut the line, it does seem like that India is in the middle of the bunch. So it's not looking great for India at the moment. The Indian team is in the middle of the bunch right now in the 5th spot. So India is running 5th. These are the final spots you get to know, because now everyone is cut to the inside lane, and that's when we get to know the final spot. Let's see where the Indian athlete can finish. As we are seeing right now, it's been pushed behind. So India not having a great start in this relay, not looking very good for them. In fact, now you had another athlete falling down, and India now are in the second last position at the moment. So at the 7th spot is where India is, and it's not looking great. Yes, you can cover up, as you are seeing right now with the Indian athlete. Mohammad Ajmal usually runs the third leg, so it is most likely him that is running the third leg, though he's running really, really well. He's really caught up with the bunch. India had fallen to the 7th spot, but he's brought them up to the 6th spot. One spot he's made up. He may make up another spot right now as he's running, but even then it's not looking great for India at the moment. So we get to see, this is the last bit. You get Rajesh Ramesh running India's final leg, and we'll get to see where India is. But we're heading towards the end of that relay race, and at the moment, India seems to be at the number 6 spot, which isn't really where they want.
ये ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडल के बाद ये दूसरी ऐसा जीत है जो इतिहास में नाम लिखा जाएगा. ये कभी भी मिटने वाला नहीं है. इतना बड़ा अचीवमेंट है. मैं नीरज चोपड़ा को पूरा देशवासियों की ओर से, मेरे ओर से मैं बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, अभिनंदन, बधाई देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि ये जो खुशी है ये इसका कोई पैमाना नहीं है. अभी हम चंद्रयान में मून लैंडिंग करने के बाद आज फिर ये गोल्ड मेडल जीत करके इतना बड़ा खुशी दिलाया है. हम इतना खुश है कि मैं बता नहीं सकता हूँ.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, क्योंकि आप न सिर्फ नीरज चोपड़ा के
Okay, that is the end of the 4x400 meter relay. And for India, they were most of the time at the number 7 spot. Then they got pushed to number 6. But what it seems like, they may have finished at the number 5th spot. Last moment, at the death, you saw the Indian final athlete in Rajesh Ramesh coming with a dip right at the end. And that dip may have given him or India the number 5th spot. We're still waiting for the official confirmation, but it does seem like that India may have finished 5th in the 4x400 meters. So any sort of miracle, any sort of medal that you were hoping from 4x400 hasn't really turned out the way that Indian fans would have expected. Great Britain, a team that India had beaten in the heats, has finished ahead of India in the medals position. And USA was the team that India were just slightly short of in that qualifying. They have won the gold medal. But the gap between US of A, so US has run pretty much the kind of race that you expected them to run, in which they dominated with a time of 2.57. But just looking at how they may have finished at the moment, it does seem like that India may have got the fifth spot. Yes, it does seem like India has finished at the fifth spot at 2:59.92. That is India's timing at 2:59.92. Jamaica finishing ahead of them with a season's best of 2:59.34, and Great Britain finishing third with 2:58.71. France also finishing ahead of them at 2:58.45. That is their national record. And USA, of course, finishing with 2:57.31, which does seem like another record. Still trying to confirm what record have they managed to get, but it's a record nonetheless for the American team in the 4x400 final as well. So the 4x400 final also done. India finishing in the fifth position. Not quite the kind of final that you were expecting to see, but a great performance nonetheless by the Indian relay team, the quartet. Qualifying for the final is no mean feat for the team. So outstanding performance from the relay team. You also have the steeplechase that is going to be on. In fact, that has also just finished, and India's Parul Chaudhary finished a creditable 11th in that. With that, she also got a national record, Parul Chaudhary. So these were the three finals that India was competing in the 4x400 meter final, in the javelin final, and in the steeplechase final. Steeplechase, India's Parul Chaudhary finished 11th. In the 4x400 meter, the Indian quartet finished 5th overall. And in the javelin, the best news coming from the javelin event, where India have won the gold, all down to Neeraj Chopra and his outstanding performance once again. That's why he's called the golden boy of Indian athletics. He keeps raising the bar one after the other event that he participates in. And it was no different this time around with the performance that he's given. What you're seeing on your screens right now are visuals of Neeraj Chopra with Arshad Nadeem just next to him, and Yakev Vadalic, also of Czech Republic, who finished third. Three of them posing, and then Neeraj Chopra all alone with the Indian flag as well. Arun Dhumal joins us on the phone line as well. I know, sir, that more often than not, we have celebrated cricket victories with you. But what do you make of Neeraj Chopra's performance this late at the night? I'm sure you must have been up and quite enjoyed the performance.
Oh, what a great performance. Incredible achievement for Neeraj Chopra, and it augurs well for India. It's been phenomenal watching him throughout his career in the last couple of years. And what he's achieved today is huge for the country, I would say.
What is that one moment when you were watching the final where you knew that the gold was his?
I mean, the entire country was watching, with the bated breath, and the way he's been performing was phenomenal. His first throw and the confidence which it had reflected that, we are going for the gold, and he hit that with that first throw. Amazing achievement for the country, and he's brought great laurels and incredible proud moment for the entire country.
Okay. What did you enjoy the fact that there were a total of 3 Indians in the final, and the remaining 2 Indians in the final finished 5th and 6th? Imagine 3 finalists from the same country in the top 6 javelin throwers in the world. You have 3 Indians.
phenomenal achievement. That's what we've seen in the last few years, the way we've been excelling in other sports besides cricket. It's phenomenal for our country. And I think going forward, we are going to, hit many gold medals, be it Asian Games, Olympic Games, and we feel incredible proud of their achievements.
Okay, Mr. Dhumal, thank you so much for joining us live on the phone line. IPL chairman and former treasurer of the BCCI, Arun Dhumal, telling us what a proud moment it is to have watched Neeraj Chopra perform the way he is. And as an Indian, he makes everyone's chest swell with pride with the kind of performances that he keeps coming up with event after event. So once again, it's a night for all Indians to celebrate. Once again, it's Neeraj Chopra that has given us a reason to celebrate late into the night. Once again, it's been an outstanding performance from India's golden boy. And once again, it was a performance where he set the benchmark right at the start. And that's kind of becoming a trend with someone like Neeraj Chopra. You know that when he gets into a competition, whether it's the qualification, whether it's the final, he likes to put the pressure on his opponents right from the start, which is why you often see him. His best throws come in either throw number one and throw number two. And rarely do you see other javelin throwers go past it. That's how high his benchmarks usually are. And many sportsmen have earlier said that this is another reason why other javelin throwers find it very tough to compete against Neeraj Chopra, because more often than not, most javelin throwers take their time to get into the groove. It's usually by throw number 3, 4 that they get into the groove and come up with their best. But when you compete against someone like a Neeraj Chopra that gives his best in throw number 1 and 2, from there on, you're always chasing the game. From there on, you're always behind the game. And whenever you're behind, that puts added pressure on every other athlete. And that is one of the reasons why Neeraj Chopra is so successful. That is one of the reasons why Neeraj Chopra's 88-meter mark or so, that seems to be, his zone. That seems to be the area where he goes to. And then everyone who may have even thrown 90 meters in their career finds it very tough on that day to go past that 88, because you sometimes tend to try a bit more. Once you set a benchmark at 88, then even throwers who've thrown 90 meter find it very tough to reach that 90 meter. If the first few throws are a little easy by the competition, then you get into a groove and get to 90 meters. But Neeraj never allows his opponents to do that. And that's one of his USPs. And that's one of the reasons why whichever competition that he participates in, he's always, more often than not, got the gold medal, or on those rare occasions, got even a silver medal. Never worse than that. So he's never really disappointed his fans. Always getting that kinds of medal. Joining us right now is Kiran Rijiju ji. He's a former sports minister, and I know he's a massive sport fan. He's a very big Neeraj Chopra fan. Minister, firstly, what did you make of his performance tonight?
देखिए, आज का दिन हमारा देश के लिए, भारत देश के लिए बहुत ही गर्व का पल है। वर्ल्ड एथलेटिक्स चैंपियनशिप में पहली बार गोल्ड मेडल जीतना, ये मैं शब्दों में बयान नहीं कर सकता हूँ। ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडल पहली बार एथलेटिक्स में जीतने के बाद अब वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप में गोल्ड मेडल जीतना, ये हमारे देश का बहुत बड़ा दिन है। मिल्खा सिंह जी से जब मेरा बात हुआ था मरने से पहले, मिल्खा सिंह जी ने कहा था कि उसका सपना अधूरा हो गया। वो जीते जी गोल्ड मेडल जीतते हुए किसी इंडियन को वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप और ओलंपिक में नहीं देख पाया। मैंने उसमें वादा किया था, मैं खेल मंत्री था, मैंने कहा था कि आपका सपना हम पूरा करेंगे। आज नीरज चोपड़ा ने वर्ल्ड एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप बुडापेस्ट में जेवलिन थ्रो में जो गोल्ड मेडल जीता है, ये ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडल के बाद ये दूसरी ऐसा जीत है जो इतिहास में नाम लिखा जाएगा। ये कभी भी मिटने वाला नहीं है, इतना बड़ा अचीवमेंट है। मैं नीरज चोपड़ा को पूरा देशवासियों की ओर से, मेरे ओर से मैं बहुत शुभकामनाएं, अभिनंदन, बधाई देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि ये जो खुशी है ये इसका कोई पैमाना नहीं है। अभी हम चंद्रयान में मून लैंडिंग करने के बाद आज फिर ये गोल्ड मेडल जीत करके
Okay, that was at the moment Union Minister for Earth Sciences Kiran Rijiju speaking to India today. Let's take you now live to Trivandrum. Joining us is our reporter Shivi with the family of Mohammad Anas Yaya. They finished fifth in the 4x400 meter relay final. Could you tell us how the family has reacted to the performance in the final?
Well, Nikhil, just before the final, we were talking to his family. His mother is here and his cousins are also here. So they were really scared. His mother was telling that it could be tough because, we have Jamaica, US, Great Britain, all these strong teams. So we did a great performance in the heats. So hoping that they'll come up with the same performance, but it's going to be tough is what she told me. She told me it's acceptable and all of this, but I still have her with me here, taking it all very positively. Muhammad Anas Yahiya's mother, Sheena with me. Auntie, game കണ്ടു എനിക്ക് എന്താ പറയാനുള്ളത്?
ഞാൻ പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു മെഡൽ കിട്ടുമെന്നാണ് വിചാരിച്ചത്. പക്ഷേ 5ാം സ്ഥാനം കിട്ടിയതിൽ നമ്മൾ സന്തോഷിക്കുന്നു. 4 പേര് നല്ല പെർഫോമൻസ് തന്നെ കാഴ്ചവെച്ചു. പക്ഷെ ഇത്രയും വലിയ രാജ്യങ്ങളെ കൂടെ മത്സരിക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അതിനുള്ള ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് കാണുമായിരിക്കും. അതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കും കിട്ടാത്തത്. കുഴപ്പമില്ല, അടുത്ത പ്രാവശ്യം ട്രൈ ചെയ്യാം.
So she's telling me that she's very positive. She's telling me that we'll try very well next time. Next time also, they were competing with stronger teams like US and all of that. So still they made it to the finals. They finished fifth. We're happy with the performance. We will make sure that they'll come back. I have his cousin here with me. എന്താ പറയാനുള്ളത്?
പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചിരുന്നു, എന്നാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല, 5ാം സ്ഥാനത്തെത്തി. ഹാപ്പി ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്, സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്.
Yeah, so they're telling me it's a world event. It's an event that the world is looking forward to. So yeah, so they finished fifth. That is more than happy is what they're telling. But very positive family here actually. From the time I've entered this house, they've all been very positive. They're like, we'll try our best. We'll see. They put up a good performance. That's what matters more. Is what you see. Like I can actually want to show you for a second what I saw when I stepped inside this house. Actually, the entire the hall is filled with medals. Actually, I was standing here for a while and looking at all of this. The entire area is filled with medals. So that's the kind of pride and laurels their son has brought to this house. So the entire family is so proud of him. And and they are hopeful that next time of course they will come back stronger is what his family, the entire family said, very positively taking it's okay, it happened, we did well, and we'll come back stronger. But this is like something that I've been looking from the time I've been here, but very positively they have accepted the 5th position and said that we'll come back stronger. Nikhil,
Shivi, thanks a lot for that in-depth sort of an interaction with the entire family that is present there. And it was lovely to hear their thoughts. Still very positive with the performance of their son, with the performance of that entire team. We saw them live, and it is the world stage you're competing against. Just as some of those family members pointed out, you're competing with traditional sprinting powerhouses like Jamaica, like Great Britain, like France. Like USA, and these are very, very big traditional powerhouses when it comes to either short distance running in 100, 200, or middle distance running in 800 or 400 meters. All of that put together, it is a legacy, a tradition that these countries follow. For India, it was the first time even reaching a final of a 4x400 meter relay event. Seldom do you see any Indian participating in the final of a track event at the World Championship. So that in itself is very rare. So you can understand it was a very tough field. I think the hopes of the nation were very high after they saw that qualification where the Indian team finished just behind USA. The difference in the final was in the heat, India was just a couple of meters behind USA. In this particular final, that gap was massive. USA still finished first, but that gap became very big. And in that gap, you found 3 other teams. And that is what made a huge difference between India and the rest of the teams when it comes to the 4x400 meter final. But it was a creditable performance by the Indian quartet in the final too. However, the focus still remains on Neeraj Chopra, the golden boy in javelin. He did not disappoint. He, in fact, performed at the best of his ability. He performed at the level that you expect him to perform. Remember, he had a few good tournaments leading into the World Championship, but also had an injury scare before that. So, there was a long injury scare. He did not participate in the last Commonwealth Games, came back, and then again issued a statement that he will not be participating in a few more competitions after that, giving a scare to a billion plus Indians. But he took his time, recuperated, had his training sessions, slowly and gradually built up his strength, and then came back to the top level. And every time he's come back, his injury management in that sense has been outstanding, because every time he's come back from injury, he straight away starts getting those top level marks that he's become so accustomed to. It's never a gradual progression. You'll see immediately after coming back from an injury, he starts to throw the javelin close to where his personal best levels are, which tells you that he takes enough time to recover from his injury and then come out with his best performance. So that's the big news on India today at the moment. Neeraj Chopra winning that one medal that had eluded him for so long, the gold medal at the World Championship.